So I guess, Ernie, this is the opportune time during the winter months as far as eagles on the Kings River.
Yes, sir. This time of year, depending on the weather, they move down from up north because our water doesn't freeze. The water's freezing up there. They come down here to winter, and sometimes we get huge populations, especially if there's inclement weather or wetter weather up in Missouri. Our numbers can double overnight. I've seen as many as 80 bald eagles in one tree at one time, which is, it's just phenomenal. It wasn't very long ago, there weren't hardly any bald eagles at all. And it was really rare to get to see one. Yeah. But now, since the habitat's expanding and population's expanding, it's just amazing to be out here and float down a river and see 40, 50 bald eagles a day. And now, we've got golden eagles, which is really cool.
We met up with our old friend Ernie Kilman of Kings River Outfitters for an eagle float down the Kings River, which flows about halfway between Eureka Springs and Berryville.
The numbers just the last couple of years, it's phenomenal how they keep increasing. Lots of immatures. Eagles are doing great. Osprey are doing great. Making big comebacks. Do you know that a bald eagle can fly up to 37,000 feet high? One of the only birds that can do that. 37,000 feet high. Special lungs. Up there with the airliners, catching the jet stream. Fine day to be on the river.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're floating along at a pretty good clip.
Yeah, it's got a nice little gradient. River drops about 5 feet a mile through here. Upper parts of the river, it drops 8 and 12 feet a mile, so it gets a little quicker. But at this water level, you can just sit back and it's a float trip. It's not a paddle trip. It's a real float trip. Wow, look at this color here.
Yeah.
King's got some beautiful water. Water quality-wise, cleanest river in the state.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
This section of river you're on right here is the cleanest river in this whole part of the United States. Kind of sad, but at least we got this. And getting better all the time. This is all Nature Conservancy properties on both sides right here for 3 miles on both sides of the river. We're on a 5-mile float today. We're going down to a private takeout at McMullen Farm, which is a very interesting place. It's Lyndon Baines Johnson's uncle used to have a place there, the old Baines place, George Baines. So LBJ played there for a little bit when he was young, where we're taking out today. Big Native American site. A lot of artifacts littered around there, lots of shards. Look at this watercolor right here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Nature Conservancy's got lots of plans for coming in and stabilizing all these banks. They've been doing lots of surveys and studies. It's going to be real interesting to watch all that unfold and progress. A little later in the spring, this would be a great place to be fishing right through here. The shoal, a lot of smallmouth through here. Great spot. This is a great swimming hole in the summertime. Good place to bring a mask and snorkel too. Because the water's so clear. It's fantastic.
Almost all of the eagle video in this segment, by the way, was shot by aspiring photographer Jack Carroll, who was able to get these close-up shots utilizing his eagle blind.
Well, I moved here from Dallas about 10 years ago, and I just really never been outdoors. And when we moved here, we started coming to the Kings River, and I just fell in love with being outdoors. And in school, I started to get to know a camera and was in some film classes, and then they just finally met, and I started bringing a camera out here and shooting. So
And now here you are out here with this blind out here and getting all this great video and pictures and everything.
Yeah, yeah. It's really evolved, you know. And this is what I love to do is, you know, I'll always do this, so.
Well, tell us a little bit about your setup here and you know, the hours of the day and, you know, some of your techniques.
Alrighty, well, it's just a deer blind that I've set up here. It's real hard to find a good blind that's quiet. You know, they all have Velcro or something inside, and on all the windows I've turned the mesh inserts inside out, so the Velcro's not on there, so you don't have to rip it off to look out. But I'll usually stay in the blind for 3 or 4 days, and I'll spend the night there. Most of the activities from in the morning around 7, and then going till 10:30 when they're just waking up. Some mornings when it's real cold, you know, like 5 or 8 degrees, they'll stay a little longer and let that frost kind of get off their wings, let that sun heat them up. Gotta be real quiet always, just a lot of sitting and waiting and seeing if they ever come, so.
You gotta have a lot of patience and...
Yeah, a lot of patience, a lot of patience. But it usually pays off.
And in case you were wondering, the camera Jack uses is a Canon 60D attached to a 100 to 400 millimeter lens with a 2x extender.
That shoots full HD 1080p video. It's a great camera, and it's, I mean, compared to the other options, it's pretty reasonably priced. You know, it allows, you know, almost anyone just to, you know, pick up a camera and go do what they love.
Here at the Gangster Museum of America in Hot Springs, the only museum of its kind in the nation, you can rub shoulders with the likes of Al Capone here, Frank Costello, Gambino, Lucky Luciano, and so on and so forth. And since this was kind of neutral ground for all of them back then, you can feel free to leave your Tommy gun at home.
To begin the tour, we now go through the vault where we keep all the secrets of old Hot Springs.
There are several galleries located throughout the museum, each with its own gangster theme and personality, such as the Owen Madden Gallery. Owen Madden was an Irish gangster in New York, who, by the way, became the most powerful Irish gangster in the U.S. Madden owned the Cotton Club in New York, where Duke Ellington appeared, and later would play in Hot Springs upon the invitation of Madden. During the early 1930s, reformed politicians ran Madden out of New York State, and so he came to Hot Springs in sort of political exile, becoming the only gangster in America who was exiled. This was, of course, during the Great Depression, when banks were failing. And so Madden invested his money by depositing it in the Arkansas National Bank and Arkansas Bank and Trust, thereby saving those two banks from failing. And this gave Madden a lot of power in Hot Springs. Later, he invited boxers and other sports figures to make Hot Springs their vacation spot, which in turn was profitable for the entire Spa City.
We've now entered the Capone Gallery, and in this large picture you will see the prison cell that Al Capone lived in Eastern State Penitentiary in 1929 and 1930 for a period of 10 months. he and Frank Rayo, his bodyguard, arranged for themselves to be arrested for carrying guns without a license in Philadelphia. And you may say, well, why would Al Capone and Frank Rayo want themselves arrested? Well, they had just been to the national conference of the Organized Crime Syndicate, the Combination, in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And the other members of the Combination told them, Al says, you's in lots of trouble. Been too much trouble in Chicago. You need to go get yourself put away for a while. You know what I mean? So Al went and got himself arrested, him and Frank. And so he had a radio, he had a writing desk, he had use of a telephone, he had anything he wanted. His lawyers could come see him, his family could come see him. He could go talk to the warden in the office anytime he wanted. And so he was safe during those 10 months. And finally, they released him from the prison, and he went back home to Chicago and resumed operating all his businesses in Chicago. Now we're going into the casino gallery by going through the wall. We have now entered the casino gallery. And over here is an artist's conception of the new Belvedere casino that never got built. The reason it was never built is they never got gambling legalized. Had Governor Rockefeller allowed gambling to become legal, they were all set to go to build this fabulous new club, replacing the old club that had been built in the late 1920s. But even the old club was the largest illegal gambling casino in the United States when it was built. It started as the Chicago Club and Chicago Inn, and then became Club Belvedere in 1929, and then was enlarged again in 1934.
Museum Executive Director Robert Raines points out that the Gangster Museum of America is not about glorifying gangsters.
Correct. Hot Springs became a vacation area, for lack of a better term, for a lot of people who had a lot of money. There was no Las Vegas back in the old days, and California would be the next stop if you get past the Cowboys and Indians, and Florida wasn't very developed. So you had the East Coast and you had Hot Springs. And by putting the Gangster Museum of America here in Hot Springs, we didn't have to really talk about their deeds. We could focus mainly on their visits, and in so doing could kind of glamorize them a little bit, and they were fairly glamorous people because they had so much money. I mean, they were celebrities when they came here. And there were a lot of celebrities here, a lot of actors and screenwriters and musicians, great jazz musicians like Duke Ellington. They came here, the Gershwins came here, so there was a lot of people coming here other than gangsters. It's just that we chose gangsters to highlight it because there wasn't anything else in America like that at the time.
It was kind of a whole weird setup. They kind of, when they went back to Chicago or New York, they would go back to their regular lifestyle there, but here was kind of neutral ground.
It seems to be that throughout history, this has always been some kind of, even in the Indian days, some kind of neutrality existed here where people just didn't fight. You know, I kind of have jokingly say, well, it was all about the hot mineral baths, and it's pretty hard to fight when you're naked and in a bath.
Well, guess you can't argue with that.
I'm walking along at what used to be, if you will, old Highway 65, about 6 miles northwest of Clinton as the crow flies in the old community of Bluffton. Actually, this was an old stagecoach road. What's left here is an old post office, general store, amongst other things. Yes, it truly is amazing what you can still find off the beaten path in rural Arkansas.
Most of the just been tales I've been told. It has started up at Harrison, comes all the way down the valleys, Archie Creek, comes down in here and went into Clinton. And I guess they just followed the creek in those days most of the time. And which you can still see, people have found a lot of Indian arrowheads and stuff around this area. But up the road up here, there's another structure that was built around 1840, which I guess was the hotel at one time. Softball Point, the building behind me, which was sort of like a general store, post office. It was a post office until 1926. And when I guess there were still some people down here at that time, and it's what they call Bluffton, which is further down the valley. And it had just a lot of heritage, but most of the stuff I think is, I've never found anybody who had it written down. So, you know, if it's, might be written someplace. Someone I know has got it written down somewhere, but this tale about the cemetery down the road here, it started the Civil War found 2 deserters from the Confederacy. They got hung down there. People in Bluffton found them hanging down there, so they buried them down in the cemetery. So that's the story about how the cemetery got started. Which there's a lot of graves down there, marked with nothing but a stone with little etchings on it, which you can't read, but they're marked. And so it's on the historical cemetery of Arkansas, because a lot of people, groups of people come out here looking at it, and they try to record some of the tombstones of it. But this whole valley has just been very peaceful. Like I say, it's off the road. You can take the creek here now. It's got about you're only like about 6 miles from Highway 65, but it's a 10-mile canoe ride to get there. It's like going down to Little Mississippi with all the little horseshoe bends in it, but it's a quite pleasant trip. And the water's right, like most of the creeks here in Arkansas.
And there's a neat swimming hole over there.
Oh yeah, a good swimming hole there. It's right below a low rock cliff. It's kind of like, we used to call it the mini buffalo, because it's about a 40-foot rock cliff straight up, just right down into the swimming hole. And you don't want to jump off of it though, because the swimming hole is only about 15, 20 feet deep. But it's no, there's a lot of good fishing around here. I've been told it's got some of the best fishing here in Arkansas for a creek this size, because it feeds right into Gears Ferry, and we get a lot of fish. I guess at certain water levels will come up the creek.
That smallmouth?
Yeah, there's smallmouth up in there. They've even had some pike, you know, and then you got your normal bowheads and all the other type of fish you get up in there. But it's just I can see why it was a pleasant valley when people came in here, because it's kind of off the highway right now, the main track, you know, so it's quite a pleasant place to be.
Upon the invitation of several viewers, we went to explore a couple of waterfalls in the Dierks area of the Ouachita Mountains in West Arkansas. The first one is called Panther Bluff Falls, which is located about 7 miles north of Dierks off Highway 278. Just south of the Saline River, turn left on Blue Ridge Park Road. After 2.2 miles, the waterfall will be off on your right, down a little ways off the road.
The waterfall is right down by the road, but just a little bit of tricky part here, kind of getting down to it. Not too bad.
Not too bad if you utilize a rope to help you down the steep hill to the falls, since the terrain can get quite slippery, especially after a rain. We just had to find out how these falls ever became known as Panther Bluff Falls.
The story is that there was a panther shot there years ago, and they went to calling it Panther Bluff after that. It's just mostly the locals knows about it. Some of them don't even know realize it's there. It's approximately 35 foot tall. Mostly runs only in the wintertime or after a big rain. And it's just a really neat place to go to and look at. And just want more people to know about it, that it's actually there.
It's kind of amazing, you know, a site like that is just right off the road, and not that many people are aware that it's actually there.
No, it's totally hidden. Most people's not looking for something like that. They're interested in driving down the road, I guess. Not observing what's around them.
Another waterfall that's just off the beaten path, and it's only about 6 miles or so north of Panther Bluff Falls, is Camp Creek Falls, which is just off Gillum Lake Road. Not too bad of a setting, if I do say so myself.
Camp Creek Falls is located in the Howard County Wildlife Management Area off Highway 278, 9/10 of a mile down Gillum Lake Road, whereupon you'll turn left onto a small road and parking area. The falls are just below the turnaround.
It's around 12 foot high in total. Flows nearly year round, from anywhere from a small trickle to what we see today. Popular camping area with the locals during the summer. They'll come here and fish, swim, and just play in the water in general.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good swimming hole in the summertime.
Yeah, when I was in high school, it was one of the places to come during the summer for the locals and stuff.
And you said you mentioned the fishing's pretty good here.
Yes, sir. There's several different varieties of perch and stuff can be caught here, and occasionally a bass will be living in here. Come upstream from the lake or something.
Good place to kind of just have some solitude here.
Yes, sir.
Especially in the winter and
especially
spring.
for that. Just, if you want to come somewhere and be alone, just listen to the water. It's a good spot. You can sit on one of the rocks here and just let your mind drift off to whatever you want to. Just relax.
So if hiking long distances just to see a waterfall is not exactly your cup of tea, then check out Panther Bluff Falls or Camp Creek Falls in the southwest portion of the state in the Ouachitas. And no doubt many others that you can also find in this area if you do enough exploring. And for more on this destination, plus many of our others, or to order a copy of an episode, visit our website, aetn.org/exploringarkansas. And we'll see you again the next time for another exciting adventure on Exploring Arkansas.